welcome everybody. Today's day 63 of compassionate response to COVID-19, and got a special. This is a special occasion because I've got we're beaming all the way from India. So I'm in Manchester in the UK, and Buddhavajra is in Bodh Gaya, which is the site of the Buddha's enlightenment. So the Mahabodhi temple here in the picture is hang on a minute. It's where the Buddha gained enlightenment. The site where the Buddha gained enlightenment, and there's many thousands of Buddhists visit every year. So this is the Bodhi tree, where the tree under which the Buddha is said to have gained enlightenment. It's the holiest site in Buddhism, and many every year many Tibetans, many people from all over the Buddhists from all over the world come to Bodh Gaya on pilgrimage. And I went to Bodh Gaya on pilgrimage in 2013. Met Buddhavajra there. So Buddhavajra went to Bodh Gaya, and just out of the kind of passion of really wanting. It's the holiest site in Buddhism. So I'm going to say something about the history of Buddhism in India. So it almost died out really, but there's been a resurgence of Buddhism in India from the 1950s onwards, which Buddhavajra is part of. So Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar converted to Buddhism and brought the Dalits, used to be called the ex-untouchables, with him. So millions of people converted to Buddhism. So Buddhavajra is part of this movement, and he does a lot of work in the very poor villages around Bodh Gaya. People who are kind of still sort of there, in a way, under the kind of yoke of Hinduism. So so that's what we're going to be doing, and I just want to get a sense of Buddhavajra's life, and because this series is called Meet the Order, and that's the point. We sort of see what order members are like around the world. So we've had Pamapani, Dhamabandhu, Sumana, my friend Stirapurabha so far, and we're going to have more and more different order members. So so what I'm going to do is we'll do a bit of body work to start with, and then I'll lead a meditation, and then we'll get into interviewing Buddhavajra. So okay, so if you want to stand up, and I'll just move the camera. Okay, so we'll begin by just drumming with your fingers on the top of your head. And being aware of your feet touching the ground, the sensations of the air on your skin. Just kind of drumming on the back of your neck, and just doing whatever works, whatever helps you come alive in your body. And sometimes the more subtle movements are the more powerful ones. So just brushing with your fingers across your face, and then just brushing lightly down your arms. And then just swinging from side to side. So I'm just going to loosen up a little bit. So try and have your torso as upright as possible. So you're just rotating around that one axis of your spine. And just allow your mind to be a bit lazy. So doesn't need to be involved with your body. And just noticing what you're looking at as you turn from side to side, how the view changes. And what is it like for your body to be twisting? So how do the sensations in your body around your spine change as your body twists? Take a few deeper breaths. Just being patient. So your body often needs time to relax, to loosen up. So just inhibit yourself from doing anything about your body. Just doing these movements. And then rotating your hips. So try to keep mind and body together. So to one side, to the front, to the other side, to the back, so that your mind and your body are together. One's not ahead of the other. So being mindful of the body and its movements is important Buddhist teaching from the Satipatthana Sutta. And if we're aware of the body and its movements, that often has a stilling effect on the mind, because the mind isn't trying to catch up with what the body happens to be doing, it's with it. So it can then kind of like relax. Rolling the shoulders backwards, down, forwards, up to your ears and down at the back. And just gently rotating the arm, opening the chest. And again. And then on the other side. One last time. And then take a seat for meditation. Okay. So we're going to do loving kindness meditation this morning. And I think particularly bearing in mind, maybe we're going to focus a bit more on just people around the world, because there's been a lot of trouble in America, a lot of violence in America. There's a lot of difficulty in India, with trying to get people fed and keep people in especially the migrant workers. So the loving kindness meditation. It's not like sometimes we can do that much about situations. Often things are just outside of our control. But it is important to for us to actually care about what happens to ourselves and to others. Even if we can't do anything about it, it will have an effect. That's the Buddha's teaching. So just settling into your posture. Just allowing your body to just sit there, just reflecting that your body knows how to sit down. It doesn't need any help from your mind to do that. In fact, just maybe kind of try to put your mind on the other side of the room for now, your thoughts, as you just engage with your body. And allowing the bones of the body to take the weight, so that the muscles of the body can feel confident, they can let go and relax. And allowing the organs of the body, the metabolism, to calm down, become quieter. And we begin the Metta Bhavana meditation. Cultivation of universal loving kindness. So first of all, bringing to mind ourselves, being aware of ourselves. And what we're trying to cultivate is the desire for our own happiness. So loving kindness, or kindness, love in a way, is an emotion. It's like wanting something. So what we're wanting, what we're trying to cultivate is a desire, wanting our own happiness. And any emotion can be weak or strong, so we can try and make it stronger and stronger. In fact, becoming passionate about our own lives. So let's have a sense of what happiness is for us. What do we actually want in life? So we probably want enough food on the table, a place to sleep, kind of basics of health, security. And we probably want connection with other human beings, friendship. We probably want meaning in life, purpose. So in this meditation, we just focus on one person at a time. So we're just focusing on ourselves, on our life, trying to see how we want all those things and wishing them for ourselves. May we be well. May we be happy, not suffer. Make progress. So if your mind wanders off, don't worry about it. Just come back to the point of the meditation, which is this cultivating a sense of desire for our own happiness, our own getting our own needs met, having a fulfilling and meaningful life. And if we want, we could imagine that we're stood behind ourselves and pushing ourselves towards happiness. So in the second stage, we bring to mind a friend, good friend. We see how our friend has needs, desires for food, for shelter, for safety, for health, for meaning and fulfillment, connection with other human beings. And really trying to want that for them. May they be well. Again, just giving yourself enough to contemplate your friend. If other things crowd in and distract you, don't worry about it. Just keep bringing your mind back to your friend and their situation. Giving them our attention, our care. So in the third stage, we bring to mind what we call a neutral person. So a neutral person is somebody that we don't feel strongly one way or the other about. We don't like them a lot. We don't find them difficult, but they're just neutral. Just pick somebody who you see around. And just becoming more aware of how much they have needs. They have needs for food and shelter, water, health, friendship, safety, connection, meaning, fulfillment, even vision for their lives. So the Buddha, after he gained enlightenment, he had this vision of lotus flowers opening. So some lotus flowers he saw were down in the mud, and they were just closed, and some were kind of opening to the sun, and then some were completely open to the sun. So he saw people as like this. Sometimes they're in difficult circumstances and things are a bit closed up, but when they're given the conditions, they can really flower. So having a sense that all beings are like this. All beings have this potential for flowering, for becoming more. For imagining more. So wishing our neutral person well. Wishing that they open up, they flower, they grow and develop. In the fourth stage, we bring to mind somebody that we have difficulties with. So often this person is maybe taking something away from us that we don't want to be taken away, or giving us an experience that we don't want to have. We're trying to, while we kind of admit that's the case, it's painful to be around them, it's also the case that they have needs, they have needs for food and shelter, health, friendship, safety. We're coming from their perspective. Considering them for a moment. May they be well. May they have meaning in life, make progress. So the reason why it might be painful to bring this person to mind is because we're seeing them not as a human being, but as some sort of object in our way. But this isn't what they are. They're a human being with hopes and fears. So bringing that more to mind, and the pain will probably disappear because we're not seeing them as an object in our way anymore. So now in the final stage we bring to mind all four people that we've used in the meditation. Ourselves, our friend, the neutral person, the difficult person. Try to not prefer any one to any other. We see how they all have needs. For food, shelter, health, safety, connection, meaning, vision in life. So try to get behind all four equally. Maybe imagine that you're pushing each of them from behind towards happiness. That this is what you really want for them. May they be well. Bringing to mind other human beings around the world. People in America who are caught up in violence, who are feeling pain of being in a particular situation that they don't like. People in fear of coronavirus, feeling tension, fearing for their own lives. People in India, without often the basic resources of life. People in other countries maybe living under political regimes that are limiting, harsh. People doing well, but maybe people doing well financially, but maybe they have a vacuum of meaning in their lives. There's having a sense of all beings out there in the world, all human beings, all trying to make something of their lives, and maybe succeeding to some degree, but also struggling, suffering. May they be well as well. And including animals as well. Fish and birds and mammals, insects. None of those beings wants to suffer. So in your own times, bringing that meditation to a close. I think you've frozen there, Buddhavajra. Oh no. Buddhavajra's frozen here. Maybe he'll come back. Okay, so as I was saying, Buddhavajra lives in Bodh Gaya in India, which is the site of the Buddha's enlightenment. So it's in a state called Bihar, which is one of the poorest states in India, so this is the Mahabodhi temple. It's about 8 stories high, and in front of it is a tree. Well, it's built in front of a tree called the Bodhi tree. So the Buddha gained enlightenment sitting under a tree, and this is supposed to be a descendant of the original tree. How they worked that out, I don't know. But so they built the temple on the side that the Buddha would have sat, and then you've got this stone. He's back. You've got this stone wall around it, and what people do is they drape the stone with flowers. So what's really nice in Bodh Gaya is like you can buy a plate of flowers for I don't know, not 50p or something. And it's really nice to just offer a plate of flowers to the Buddha, or a garland to the Buddha. And I don't know if you can see there that the stone is it's golden, so it's like the people rub gold leaf into the rock as a way of showing devotion. I'm just showing the temple Buddhavajra. And people they go around doing prostrations. They prostrate around the temple. It's a form of bowing. So it's like, especially in Tibetan Buddhism, people do lots and lots of prostrations. So there's Buddhists from all over the world coming to Bodh Gaya, and the Dalai Lama comes there. Is it in December that he comes, the Dalai Lama? And
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And here's a picture of at night. It's all lit up with fairy lights. It's really nice. In fact, here's our pilgrimage in 2013. 7 of us came from Manchester. Yeah. Okay. So it's been really great in these sessions to share my experience, but also to share my friends. So this is a group of Tibetans in front of the Bodhi tree doing a puja or devotional thing, and so we used to meet as an order and come practice. We had an order convention in Bodh Gaya when I went in 2013, and so there'd be like hundreds of order members would all meditate in the morning in front of the Bodhi tree, and then come back and do puja in the evening. So yeah, so a mixture of Westerners and Indian order members. So the Triratna Buddhist order is made up of originated in England with Sangharakshita teaching meditation in London, but in the late 70s, an order member called Lokamitra went out to India He was like a yoga teacher, and he carried on Sangharakshita's work there to help spread Buddhism among in India, among particularly among the Dalit community. So Dr. Ambedkar was India's. He was part of the untouchable caste, and he campaigned for years to try and get better treatment for the untouchable for the Dalits, and he had interaction. Sorry, you can't see that. So he became India's law minister. So he ended up drafting the Indian constitution in the late 40s when India became independent, and he had a lot of interaction with Gandhi. So Gandhi, everyone knows about Gandhi, and Gandhi wanted the Dalits to stay within the system, but Dr. Ambedkar just thought that it isn't going to work. They need to find a new religion, and so he looked around the different religions, and he decided that Buddhism was the best religion to advise his followers to take up. So in the mid 1950s, Dr. Ambedkar converted to Buddhism in Nagpur in central India, and he took, I don't know how many followers. I think in the ceremony there's maybe something like 300,000 people or something who all converted to Buddhism at the same time, and then there were other conversions later on. So like millions of people ended up converting to Buddhism, and but he died quite soon after that. Was it 6 weeks after or something? And Sangharakshita had met him, and Sangharakshita had been based in Kalimpong in northeastern India, and he just realised that those people who'd converted to Buddhism didn't really know much about it, and they needed support. So Sangharakshita did. He just went into this overdrive of like lots and lots of talks to thousands and thousands of people. So he was trying to keep the people supported, kind of encouraged, telling them what Buddhism was about. So this is the beginning of Sangharakshita's influence in India in helping keep Ambedkar's movement going. So then in the late 70s, when Lokamitra went out to India, he started to try and get things going. So now, I don't know how many order members there are in India, but it's maybe a third of the order is in. I'm not quite sure of the figures, but something like that. So we've got centres all around India, and often, so Buddhism in Triratna Buddhism in the West is often about people coming to Buddhist centres and they focus on the personal development. They're interested in meditation and things like that. But in India, the focus is much more on the social side of things, on bringing the community of Dalits up, raising their, doing social work, raising their conditions, because it's no use learning to meditate if you've not got enough food on the table, or you're still in an oppressive system which kind of tells you that you should not try and develop yourself, which is what Hinduism is saying to Dalits. Don't think about developing yourself at all. So a lot of the work is in building people's confidence and providing them with the actual, the actual physical needs and things like that. So So Buddhavajra didn't live in Bihar originally, did you? Where did you live to start with? Shall we hear the story of how you came to Bodh Gaya? Yeah. Can
Yes, I'm basically from the Maharashtra, and in Maharashtra there is one town. Its name is Bhusawal. So basically, I'm from the Bhusawal.
and how did you end up in Bodh?
Ah, it's big story about the both here because uh, in a 2003 I came here with Lokbandhu because Lokbandhu has given chance to come on the pilgrimage in 2003, and that time I was first time on pilgrimage here in Bodh Gaya. Uh, just that time it was in my mind, if in future I can get chance, if I will get chance, so I will come to Tubok here. And that time I was Mitra, I wasn't auto member, and I go back, I did the practices, I did the retreats, and in 2008 I become order member in Bhaja Retreat Center. Yeah, mainly my preceptor is Suvajra. And after suddenly after my ordinations, so in 2009, Kumarju met me and he asked me to come in Bodh Gaya. So he told me, "Are you will you go in Bodh Gaya? Because you all knows here is a we have a big land, and there wanted someone to look after the land, and that was my chance because I was thinking that is a uh, golden chance to go in Bodh Gaya in Bihar, and I just gave my response to Kumarjo and say yes, I want to go and I will go. Yeah, and that's my history about to come in Bodh Gaya.
Yeah, yeah. So we had some land in Bodh that was fun. So people fundraised so that we could get some land, um, and so that land was there, but there's nobody on it. Was that the case?
What?
D- yeah. So the land was out. The land in Bodh was not being used, and then you came and helped set up a centre there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
before because my main purpose was come here to propagate a Buddhism, and when Kumarji told me, asked me to go and look after to land, and I thought that is a good opportunity because uh, he told me you can go and look after to land, it's like that. But I was seeing the opportunity to do the Dhamma work in that, and
Yeah,
when I came here, and it's like a first time into, and I was alone. No one knows me, and then like that. So suddenly after that, I started some work. Some boys has come in community. We start and after that, uh, step by step, I started Dhamma work here. Yeah,
yeah,
it's like that. You know?
yeah. So was it difficult? Was it difficult at first being on your own in Bodh?
Like a there was lots of difficulties in Bodh Gaya when I first time when I came. So no one is know me, and there was a problem with my family because that time my daughter was very it's like they were very it's like my first daughter was like 3 years old and second was 6 months old. And when we came here, so it was totally different atmosphere for us, for my children and my wife. Even that we stay here, and after that there was a problem with the people because uh, before 10 years ago, people don't know, did not know about the what is Buddhism and what is the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Uh, Here in Bihar, even Tathagat Bhagavan Gautam Buddha has got enlightenment, but that time people was thinking Buddha is not. We are not belonging to the Buddha because they could see the lots of people here and they are from the outside, from the
Yeah,
abroad, like Sri Lanka and Taiwan, and here people was thinking, oh, Buddha is their god, not our
Yeah,
god. No?
yeah. Buddha's Western or something.
And
Yeah,
there was difficulty with the doctor. Yeah, Buddha is Western, not from this, because
yeah,
they are belonging for the Hindu goddess, Hindu god and gods. uh, but I got some good friends here, like Vikas and Ranjit. They first came in community, and they stay with me in community. They stay in
yeah,
community, and when they came, and I start little bit work with them, and what I did, Vikas and Ranjit, they both are very nice boys in Bihar. They have given a lot of support to me, because through them I can go outside. I could go in villages.
yeah.
We uh, we started we started running the one day retreat here, and I started uh, giving talk about the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and what he has done for us is like that. And little by little, we can say the work has started. After some days, we started 3 days retreat and 6 days retreat, and we got lot of boys in community, like 7 boys and 10 boys. All the time boys were coming in community. They were staying in community 1 year and go back, and they started their own work in villages. We go in, and through them, when boys were coming in a community and they were stay in community, when they go back, and they invited to us in their village to give talk, so we were there, and we try to start this work through these boys. And mainly I got lots support uh, from the Western. It's like Lok Bandhu, and my good friend Pramodana, she is
Pramodna,
not
yeah.
from over
Lokabandhu,
this
who's
person.
Lokabandhu?
He has given me, yes, Lok Bandhu. And another friend is like Pramodana.
Yeah,
Pramodana?
Pramodna, yeah.
Yeah, he's not, yeah, Pramodana, because he was the first person. He asked me what you have to do in Buddhavajra here. So I told him I wanted to run retreat here. It's like a 6 days, but there is a lot. There needs lot of money, fund for run retreat, and he was the first person. He has given a lot of money for run that retreat,
Right.
and from that time it start to retreats here. 6 day retreat I run, and lots of people has coming to come, and after that you can see the NNVI. In India there is a NNVI organization which is run by two Ratna, and they came in Bihar, and they start also their work, and all boys are coming, and we can say that now there is a lots of work has going in Bihar,
Yeah,
not only for the in Bodh Gaya, in outside Bodh Gaya, and little by little villages.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
And yes,
yeah,
yes. Uh, why it's very easy to connect with the youth in Bihar, because all the world people, they don't think they are belonging to to the Buddha, and they belong to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar.
yeah,
They could not understand the Buddhism. And but youth here in Bihar, their youth is very sharp,
yeah,
and they can understand to the Buddha, and they can understand to the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and now they are understanding it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So there's in Nagpur, there's a place called Nagaloka, isn't there, where young people come from villages and then they train in Buddhism for a year, is it? And then they go back to the villages and try and kind of
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
share the message of what the Buddha was teaching. Yeah,
Yeah, we can say it's like we can say the Nagloka is lots of Nagloka is giving lots of contribution to propagating Buddhism in India, not only for the in Bihar, in India also, because they are giving very nice training to the boys, and when they come back, they start their work, and it's happened in Bihar also, because there is a lot of youth. They are doing work behalf of Nagloka. Yeah,
Yeah,
and we try to do work together. We try to do work together. Yeah.
yeah. So what like it's now what is it, 4 hours difference? So it's about lunchtime in Bodgai, isn't it? So what have you got planned for the rest of the day? Well, like what work are you going to be doing later on in terms of helping people with Buddhism? Are you doing some Zoom calls and things
Understand?
later?
Yeah. Pardon?
Yeah, sorry. How are you doing some classes later on today? So what's
Uh,
your normal day like?
nowadays, because of the lockdown, I'm running lots of classes on the Zoom and on the telephoning, because last 1.5 months I'm doing work on the Zoom mainly. Uh, I'm leading some retreat on the Zoom and some study, and I'm giving some lecture on the Zoom. And in Bihar, in villages, people could not use the internet, so I'm I'm trying to take a leading classes on the mobile. It's like a conference classes on
Right.
mobile. Yeah, it's like a every day three or four, every day 3 or 4, and it is just good. It is good opportunity to me, because Kumarju is running one classes for me also.
Yeah,
So we
yeah,
are I'm studying with him also. Yeah, and in the future, another my Kalyan Mitra, his name is Ratnashila. He's also going to be lead one study for us, and yeah. So
yeah,
maybe we can say that all day I'm busy with Zoom and with telephone. It's like that
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So how many?
and
Yeah,
before, yeah, okay,
yeah. Go on, carry on. So how many
and before
people do you get on the conference call if you're doing a class?
uh, yeah. So like when I'm studying with the NNBY boys, they are like 10 boys or 8 boys, is like that,
Yeah,
on the conference, and I'm doing the one Mitra study on
yeah,
conference call.
yeah,
We are seven. We are
yeah,
seven, and one class in Gaya. It's like general. There is maybe like sometimes 20 people join, sometimes 50 people joins, but around 15 to 20 people joins every day
yeah, yeah,
on Zoom. Yeah, on
yeah,
Zoom.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, and Yes, yes. Just finished some classes. I was running some classes from here to in Maharashtra. Yeah, I'm doing one study with my some my friends. We are doing on the Bodhicharya outer study. I'm running that study from the Zoom. I did the one classes with the Busals, my friends people, which is the what is the say, on the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and his vision. What was his vision about the Buddhism? So I run that classes with them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so it's do you feel like is there still a lot of ignorance there about Dr. Babasab, or are people starting to kind of is it slow work really? To get the message out to people.
Yeah, but I can say that when I was here first time in 2009, that time there was a lots of ignorance. Yeah,
Yeah,
about the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. But now I can say it's lot of people are wanted to know about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Lots of people wanted to know about the Buddha,
yeah,
and they are trying to connect. Even not only on the what can I say? Uh, we are working. with here in a spiritual way, but there is a lots of some social workers also, and some politics leaders also,
Yeah.
like that. Woman Ishram and other, and they are trying to convey Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's teaching to people. But it looks like that people are awareing about the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and with the, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It,
But I think one thing's I think need one thing, because when the people said to about the Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, that is the, like, we can say, the political level, politics. But when we do work with the people, when we tell about the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, we put Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as a spiritual leader.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
because lots of people, uh, they giving talk on Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, but as a political leader.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
by
Yeah.
the yeah, by the Triratna, we trying to say Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, uh, he is not a political leader. He is our a spiritual leader,
Yeah.
because Bhante has put Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as our spiritual leader, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
If we are going to be put Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as a political leader, I think there is no going to be change anything in people,
No.
you know, because Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said, if you change your ism, if you change your uh, dharma, after that you can change your life. Otherwise, you can't.
No.
And politics never said about that. They
Yeah.
never said you should be change our ism. Yeah, and that's the big problem here. And when people join to political, so I think there is no change.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they they talk about the money, they talk about the
Yeah.
everything, but they don't talk about the Buddhism.
No.
And Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar said, if you wanted to change yourself, if you wanted to social, if you wanted to change your country, you should be follow the Buddhism, and that's the big, what can I say? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So, do you think that people in India, because because India's got is getting more modernized, isn't it? And with technology and mobile phones and all that sort of thing. So it's easier for people to know about Dr. Ambedkar and about Buddhism and stuff. But you're trying to get them the right message, which is that it's about changing yourself, changing, starting with yourself and changing, your own ethics and attitude towards other people, yourself and other people first, before. Whereas with politics, it's more like you're trying to change what other people think, or you're trying to impress people with something, and it never works really, because you kind of ignore yourself. You ignore what you're doing, and you know. But yeah, so you have to. So Buddhism saying you have to start with yourself and first, really, you change yourself, and then from there, or you try and change society, but in a collective sort of way where it's you cooperating with other people and doing social work and that sort of thing. Helping the world
Yeah, yeah.
first. Yeah. So have you got any message for people watching this video who maybe it's going to go onto YouTube, and I can put a link to a donation button if you like. Would you like to do a kind of appeal for for funds or anything like that for your work and stuff? Just a thought. Or just a message. Do you want to give a message out to the world?
Uh, yes, I can, because from the starting when I came here, and I'm doing that work, and it's all on the donation, and mostly from my friend from the UK,
Yeah,
like Logbandhu, Nisuka, Subhuti, and like that, and still, still, still here. It's like I said, people are trying to understand Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Buddhism, but still here there's a lot of poverty, because people is very poor, and uh, if if I wanted to do the Dhamma work, so I think I need a fund, to organize the 1 day retreat, 2 day retreat, and 6 day retreat, and for traveling and everything. Because before now I'm thinking to do the full like a full time work, because before I was look after the land, and I have to do some work to I have to do time to the land. But
yeah,
now I'm free from that. I'm
yeah,
not look after the land now, so that's why it's like a it's like a I have a lot of I have a lot of opportunity to give lots of time for my work to propagate Buddhism in Bihar, and I want to do that because uh, until atmosphere will be support to me, and I'm going to do that work. And yeah, I'm by the you and by this message, I'm really very very grateful to my friends who has supported me, like even my uh, even my Kalyan Mitra, Kumarju, Ratnashil. Because of them I'm here, and all my friends like Nisuka, Subhuti, Lokbandhu, they have a lot of support to me. It's like my friend is from the New Zealand. His name is Sangamuni, and they're trying to support me for this work. And without them, uh, I could not do anything. And in future also, I need some support. And if I got support, so I can do this work more, because here is need lots of Dhamma work, because we can see the in Maharashtra, who people has converted in Buddhism. We can see them. They have good educated, they are very good educated. They have a lot of jobs, and they are happy person, no, and that's why they can follow the Buddhism very well. But
yeah,
in Bihar, the first questions about the hunger, about the money, so that's why they could not donation for the Dhamma work, and
yeah,
I have to appeal for that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, we've not mentioned Nishoka yet, so your friend Nishoka, who's like, is the one on the, where is it? There, here. Yeah. So Nishoka lives in Plymouth in Cornwall, and it's amazing. So he's got, is it Huntington's disease he's got? So he's got Huntington's disease, but he's come out to Bodh Gaya and helped Buddhavajra like year after year after year, and he's really ill, but he
Yeah.
just does it, and he's falling to pieces, but he keeps coming back, So yeah, so I think that's just a great example of a friendship in Sri Ratna, that transcends international boundaries, and yeah, so he's supported by his Kalyana Mitras like Sadaloka, so people are supporting each other, aren't they, to do the work. So yeah, I just want to mention Nishoka. Do you want to say a bit about Nishoka, your friendship?
Uh, yeah, I can say about him a lot, because because of him I'm here. You can say, no, because when I come here first time, there was no idea who is going to be support me, who is going to be give me support for my food, my children's food, and it's like that. But when I come here, Kumaju told me, okay, we are going to be support you, but after I came 6 months, there was no any support and like that. But there was he man, it's like Misoka, he has support, and he comes. He came in Bodh Gaya. He said, "Don't worry, Buddhavajra, I'm going to." And personally, he has supported me. No, many years.
Yeah, yeah,
I think he's really amazing man. No,
yeah,
he's really amazing man.
yeah,
I can say you if I'm in Bodh Gaya, because of him. Otherwise, it was very difficult to live here with the for everything. No, like 10 years before, there was lots of bad conditions for me. You know, yeah. And because of him, I'm here. I'm really, really, very fortunate person because I can get like that person in my life. And when I think about him, uh, when I think about him, so I can say, oh, without him, I'm nothing. And even now also, uh, every 2 weeks we call, we talk a lot, and even he is not in good condition because of his Huntington.
yeah,
Every moment his Huntington is going very, very much, but he always stands behind me as my Kalyan Mitra, as my Guru, as a Bodhisattva. Just he gives me energy to do his work.
yeah,
Okay, Buddha, you do it. Don't worry about anything.
yeah,
Uh, yeah. In my life also, Log Bandhu is same like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Subhuti is same like that. Yeah, and I can say I'm really very fortunate person. I got like that person in my life. Yeah, and because of them, it's happening.
yeah,
When
yeah,
I say, oh, Buddhavajra is doing that one, but I think
yeah,
I can't say Buddhavajra is doing because without them, Buddhavajra is nothing. It's like a zero. And when they comes behind me, I'm becoming Buddhavajra. Otherwise, nothing.
yeah,
Otherwise, nothing. And I can say, without friendship is nothing in this world. Yeah,
yeah,
and friendship is most important thing. And I want to say thanks to Bante. Bante has created very, very lovely sangha, and because of that sangha, I am here. When I see my life, if I am here, if I'm alive, because of the friend, because of my friend, because of my Kalyan Mitra,
yeah,
because he's the first person who has taken me in retreat because I was my life was very, very dangerous. In my early, I was like a 15 years old, but I was drinking, I was smoking, I was doing everything because where I was living, that there is condition was not good. But in Bhusawal there was friend, and they give me some money for go to the retreat. I, and I start my journey at the spiritual,
yeah,
because of them. So I can say a lot about my friend because from starting to until now, you know. So
yeah,
I can say thanks for them, and really I want to say because of you I'm here. If you weren't there, I wasn't here.
yeah,
You know. So
yeah. Well, that's why I'm doing this series called Meet the Order, because I'm sharing all my friends. Like all my friends who I feel exactly the same about. Like without Dharma Bandhu and Paramanda, and it's like, yeah, they've really helped me, over the years, and yeah. So yeah, it's a fantastic thing, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So in a way, I think this is the central message that.
one incident.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, yeah,
I think this is a
yeah.
central message that I want to get across. That, yeah, it's like, friendship is so important in life. So people watching this might, you know, not be Buddhist, or you might be Buddhist in America, and you've got you do a bit of teaching. Oh, you do a bit of going on retreat, but you're picking and choosing, what you do. And in Sri Ratna, we really put a lot of emphasis on friendship. So it's like we all need to be in a web of friends, that are supporting us in life, and then we that makes a massive difference to our confidence. That we feel that we're not alone, we're with others, and we've got this real connections with people who actually turn up for us and do things for us, and not just in word, but in deed. They actually turn up. They come to Bodh Gaya, even though they're ill, and they help out, or they just hang out. Yeah.
Yeah, even I can say the because in my life there is no because there did not the roof on my head, you know, because I was like a homeless person when I came here, and because of friendship I can get the house here, you know. It's like a it's very
It's like
amazing
magic, isn't it?
friendship. When Subudhi, yeah, it's like a Subudhi see, oh, Buddhavajra don't have the house and he is not living well, and he gathered the sub friend, and now I have the roof on my head. I don't become
Yeah.
difficult to live here. So it's really amazing. Yeah, yeah, and that's why I think I'm very happy because never, never, never. I try to see myself, and never ego comes in my mind because I know I am here because of my friend. So without them, it's nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really amazing, Mahmoud.
It is. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Buddhavajra. I think I'm really pleased with this session because it's really come through. You've come through. Your friendships have come through. That your work's come through. You know,
yeah,
a lot of the important things I wanted to get across have come through. Nishoka's come through. So yeah. So
yeah.
thank you. Thanks very much. And yeah, yeah. Okay.
So thank you for you. You have given this chance to me speak about my friend. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're
because
welcome.
sometimes difficult to say about them to front, but uh, this is good platform to say thanks to them, take opportunity to say thanks to them because it's like a very emotional level when I think about them, so tears come outside. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and thanks to you give this platform to me, yeah, to
yeah,
express my feeling about my friend, yeah,
yeah,
and thank yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.